If you would like to see how I transformed my space from this to this, then keep watching. But first, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I have a whole lot of content on here for you, and I hope you love it. So I'll be using the Traffic Master Grip Strip Flooring in the color Alberta Spruce. And I just fell in love with this color when I went to Home Depot because of just how bright it is and just all the light I feel like it's gonna bring into the space. So we're going to be laying these down on existing flooring, and we didn't want to have to do this, but there was no way around it because it just didn't look right. We went ahead and just removed the shoe of the baseboards to kind of give it like a better finish, and it was really late at night and we didn't really have the right tools, so we used whatever we could to just pry it off. But the next day we got a crowbar, and that went by much faster. So an important tip I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys right now is to make sure that the floor is spotless. You don't want any kind of debris on that floor when you lay down your flooring, because you might just feel it when you're walking on it, and that will be so annoying. So besides sweeping, I use a hand vacuum and just make sure I got every debris I could. Let me just fast forward and show you this space and how it's shaping out. Like, I'm loving it so far, but I have to be honest and let you know it's a lot of work. Like, if you were doing just like one room, this is gonna fly by really quickly, but for me, I'm doing the whole of our downstairs. So that's the kitchen, the entryway, the dining, and the living room. And it just kind of takes its toll on you. But I guess as you're going through it, because you get to see what you're doing, it kind of gives you the energy to keep going, because you kind of see the outcome as you're going. And here it's already shaping out. Like you can see, you have the brown of the old floor and you have my new floor, which is just perfect. And here I'm just showing you guys how I laid down. You want to be very careful when you lay down not to have any gaps. If you have one gap, it's going to carry through all the way. So as much as possible when you lay down, you want to lay into the other flooring that's already there. And that way you have like a smooth, seamless join between all the panels. Also, you want to give it like a layered look when you lay down the flooring. So you might have to cut the planks at different edges just so you don't have it looking exactly the same for every row. Let me just zoom into some of the tricky parts for you guys. Here really we started trying to eyeball it, and it doesn't work. When you're doing corners like this, it just saves you time to do the measurements, at least for us. When we measured it and did the the distance and all of that and drew it on the panel, that worked perfectly. Eyeballing it, you find out like you're a little bit off. It just doesn't work. So here we're struggling with that because again we're trying to be lazy, but I'm sure there's a better way to do this. But for us, we just measured it, and that works fine for us. So something to keep in mind is you do have room for error with the edges, because you're going to put your baseboards or your shoe back on. So you do have a little bit of room, and you really don't want it perfect from wall to wall because you need room for expansion anyways. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. So you don't want this to happen to you. Having to fit in the ends with little pieces, it's the most annoying thing ever. And that's really my fault because I was so anxious to start. I didn't really lay down the flooring from wall to wall to see that it fit perfectly, because the suggestion is that you cut from both ends, so that you're left with more than like you're left with a good portion of the plank. But I just wanted to start, and I was doing more than one room. Again, I'm doing the whole downstairs, so it just wasn't something I wanted to do. But it would have, I wish I kind of did that.
Here is the final look, and I just love it. I'm so in love with the floors. All the hard work, my fingers hurting, my back hurting, everything kind of paid off. And I will do this again if I had to. It's totally worth it. It transformed the space.
Sneak peek. My next project will be painting the handrails to go more with my new home with the gray tone, which I love so much, and I can't wait to show you that video. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.